See, we got the sun shining all over the place. People trying to dampen it down, boy. But anyways, so we got this barren tree, or like I said, it's all barren. I'm putting the cards away, but I couldn't help notice this. Philosophical is in reverse. And then we got death here to a animal ruler or leader. I wonder what just happened to my Apple phone that was sitting over here. Anyways, we got death to somebody of the animal kingdom here. These could be people that's, yeah, tribe. I'm about to say these could be tribal people that had affiliations with families that's coming in and ending the lives of these people in these families. Yeah, tribe in reverse. Somebody's tribe is in reverse. Like these people were working with like other tribal affiliations, or they went to another state and was working with these people and figuring out how they can get rid of the God's children. Moses is, see, that's why I say about the energy with Moses' wife. And I think it was the Lord. I'm not sure if it was God, God's self, that came in and spoke about telling Moses that they can marry the person. You know what I'm saying? Or this could have been a baby, and they could have manipulated, say, oh, somebody was the because I heard go ask the baby, and then we got the world card energy here, which is like the baby or the baby. I don't know. Somebody could also be a man child, but they could have been going asking me stuff when I was little and saying something was okay that's not by you. If these were tribal people or it's culturally, I say Lakota. I'm about to say Lakota. Coat. La. That's Spanish. Coat. A. Fur trade. Skin trade. Skins. Skins. Puerto Ricans. Skins. Okay. Yeah, because somebody entered a cult. A cult. Stars in reverse. The fallen stars entered into a cult or created a cult or a coven. And then we got Camorra over here. I think this is where that's the tents of Korah, New York. More think about like Mormon, the Book of Mormons. I don't have mine out here anymore. New York. Human sacrifice. They could be sacrificing people over here. The Oval Office in reverse. They doing something from the White House or from Washington, D.C. They could be also moving, like, I think they said they were moving, like, the agricultural departments from Washington, D.C. so that something else could be focused on, but they're doing human sacrifice. We got oak land, so oak trees could be significant here. Okay, Canada, or this could have something to do with Canada. I think that's a deity. Nevada, Nev in reverse. Ada, somebody's name could be Ada. We got Nev, like, in reverse. Somebody, this could be about catfish. I'm also hearing somebody saying, oh, it's beautiful. Oh, the cousin is just better or whatever. But they just hating. Somebody's just hating. They know that somebody is more aesthetically pleasing. Because I think that somebody is a man. They hid the male version. If somebody got two, they got a male version of this person, and then they got a female version of this person. And somebody just wanted to say that you catfish. I don't know what this is. This could be catfishing in a different way. Like identity theft or something like this. Because if these people are using espionage and spying on somebody, it could be one small thing. Maybe these are people that don't respect people that don't work. You know, they feel like don't work, don't eat. But they don't see mothers taking care of children as work, or somebody feel like you could be doing better. But these type of haters, if you was doing better, they'll be trying to do bigger things to hate on you in the background. It's something like this. But again, doppelganger or the clones in the Oval Office, something is in reverse here. There could be a good and a bad, white and a black, like dark and light. They don't want to use that system or something no more. And I don't know who this animal person is, because I just remember my auntie Risa, she used to always be watching the Animal Kingdom. Like, she just watched animals all day. All right, and then we got the death here. But this person, somebody could have been communing with the Alberon energy, and they could have also been communing with the Three of Cups in reverse. People that was not friends with you or associated with the king or the queen or the chieftain, they was communing with these people. Divinely guided seer, these people like this, they was not in a relationship. They got this person held hostage. They got this male of mine from my team in my kingdom. When the kingdom was in an upright, they took this person hostage. Again, we got the Most High. Somebody is not the Most High. And also somebody tried to poison somebody. This All Baron or Alberon tree tried to poison someone here. And nobody protected this person. So now there's a death. Like, somebody is going through something with a fine-tooth comb. And people know they messed up here. Abandonment too. Late modern age. Somebody abandoned someone. All right. And I feel like unexplained disappearance. Somebody wasn't being honest about something, or somebody's trying to go about this like using stranger people. Watch tarot for other. I told y'all already, I look at tarot as surface level. Same thing. I don't let the music tell me I want to kill myself or some shit like this, or da 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 da. And then I say, oh, that sounds like a good idea. I probably, oh, I'm so sad. I kept listening to that music and it told me to do this. I don't follow the order. It's just noise. It's just noise. You got to know what you know. That's why I said people be thinking that they know something, whatever. Like, you could be spying on me and I'm just listening to tarot to, you don't even know. You trying to look at me and what I'm doing, and you really listening to what the tarot is saying. You coming up with your conclusion about something off of something because you thrown off. It's like if somebody's watching you from the top, it's like noise or scattering here so that they can't even really get to you. They can't even really see what you doing or thinking, how you feeling about nothing or nothing. Like, these people is silly. These people is silly. It could be also how, like, the younger ones are sheltering themselves a little bit, maybe from fully being penetrated and still, you know, saying this ain't right or something, and going against these leaders and slewing these leaders. You see what I'm saying? But then we got a problem. We got a leader that all these people could have bowed down to. That person ain't there no more. Now you got a million little kids out there that got picked up something from here, there, everywhere, and they're doing other shit. Everybody want to be some type of ruler or something. I don't know. But the point is, like, it's like the chieftain come in and move things around. This family, that family, banish them, whatever like this. They can apply later to come back in. Somebody's saying that for a reason. If I'm coming in and I'm moving something, why are you still having this here? You know, if you could search souls, okay, brethren, okay, Pharisees, okay, because you might don't have that. I could do that sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So it's not being cocky for somebody to say there's none like me, because, you know, some of these people, most of these people that think they judging, I said think they judging somebody. They don't even have the tools here. Yeah, human sacrifice. It's something about rock. These people about to get hit rock bottom because they tried to sacrifice somebody. 5 of Wands. This could be gang banging. This could be like, hey, somebody getting jumped into a gang, like forcibly, like this, like some gang been watching you with espionage from the distance, and then they just come beat you up one night and be like, yeah, you one of us now. Like, you live on the south side of town. I'm in the north side of town. You live in the urban or the hood. I live over here in a proper neighborhood. But you think you could come, I don't know none of y'all. I ain't never talked to you in real life or nothing like this. And you think you could come beat me up, hide me away in a bunker until I heal. and then bring me back up and put me back home. I never know that I was beaten. And then you claiming, yeah, that's one of us. That's one of our gang members. Like somebody is a lunatic. The loonies, somebody's a lunatic. So there's a groups of people that are lunatics. They've been able to have access to government power for a very long time. And only reason why they attacking some of us because we talking, and they liked it when nobody was, even though they still going around doing what they want, not getting in trouble. They like it because, I mean, they don't like it because you're actually saying it. There's, mind you, they're still not getting in trouble for what they're doing, but they're gonna keep attacking you for just speaking the truth from source. And I don't know where that makes sense at. So you going up against those people, innocent women or something like this, or people, even if they are shit talkers or whatever. There's another system or something here that got you doing this stupid shit that's going to eat your life in the end regardless. I mean, eventually. All right? Who are we fighting again? Because people will say it's for justice. No. Will you stop fighting for that when they gave you that little pocket change in your pocket to go against family members and innocent people? You sold your soul or something like this already with your works. Like, I'm an energy. Don't think about trying to use anybody but me to choose what I'm about to do for me. Or what's about to be done with me unless it's somebody paying me back my money. So these people could be ready to do something to me or invite me to a relationship with them when they owe me. Now, these people ain't going to say, this marvelous energy. These people could owe me something. They owe me some money. They owe me something. There could be a wicked mother or something that passed away. They owe something. Just like if this type of Queen of Pentacles mother from whatever realm this is, the people that's around that person get something, but also the majority or the crown get given to the child that they left behind. Somebody said, fuck that child left behind. We was the ones running around doing this X, Y, and Z. That's why you're going to be the ones that die with the father or the mother for the sins of the father or the mother. So this would be the only reason why I can get that somebody would be trying to brainwash another being or something like this to have you stop talking about something. Because I was reading the meaning for the capital, and it says one key thing was where Congress meets. Then I said, okay, let's see about Congress. And it says to walk or something. So somebody is supposed to be bringing something to you. You don't walk to them. All right. Plus something about my bird. I was watching like a little clip of The Sopranos. He's like, you already stole $40,000 out of my bird house. Use that to get something or whatever like this. When Camilla was telling him she wanted a divorce. Now, Camilla look a lot like my mother-in-law. That's just a side note. So I know these people didn't use my energy in the industry some kind of way when they wasn't supposed to, or some kind of way here. And they thought that they would collect what belonged to them and brainwash me as the sacrifice and take my money. This ain't the first time. This is like 90s sitcom people. Okay, we got Ali or Allah. And I was hearing Allah could be the devil. Okay. This could be devil energy here. And these people or Nation of Islam or something, they could have been marrying these people to me or something. And this is where somebody got a lot of finances, or there's some finances or something from somebody here that I didn't get. There's money from Hollywood. There's money from here, the Crown, all these places. And somebody's like, oh, yeah, sitting over here with all this money, some like silly pimps and stuff like this. So they're trying to still turn America into a whorehouse. This ain't just a father's house, or like my father from the house of Judah. Turn the house of Judah into the whorehouse. No, this is the whole nation. It's not the father's no more, it's mine. And so you're not doing that. The capital is also the overseer of something, okay? And if this is the United States Capitol, it's of its entirety. It's like the highest level of policing. But that's what I said. There's no respect here because somebody's not in an official building, you know, doing this and that or something like this. because these people been faking like they're gonna fix something. They know the right person that God actually chose to do this. They getting up in there with that official information or whatever, and they knocking this shit out quick. Just like somebody, oh, it's so hard doing this or something like this. But you know, some mothers it was a brisk. You just ran through shit. And some mothers it's hard to be with children and something like this. You know, and some it's like second nature. You see these women around the house, they look like magicians. Their hands is flying all over the place, doing this, getting that done, and everything like this. And then somebody else might have a really hard time, or the dad might try to do the same thing for a week that the mom was doing, and it's not the best. And sometimes I would hand over, like, if my person got the week off or something like this, you know, and he might, like, once, I think he took over, he was like, I'm gonna show you how, whatever, like this. Yeah, the house was clean. It was cleaner than it was when I was there with them all the time. Okay, that's easy. But it was something else like food. I think I might have still had to make the food or something. But he was able to keep them with the house clean, or keep the house clean for a week. And okay, congratulations, you was able to do that. But you don't sit here every fucking day, 365 days of the year, and have to keep it clean. That would be different. So kudos for that. But that's really not proving nothing, because again, you're gonna go back to work and come home the next day, and you're gonna just, you know, wash your hands of it and sit down and enjoy your day. And I'm still gonna be breaking up fights and everything like this. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, like with the mom, she don't, you know, she gotta come home, do these things or whatever, even when she got a damn job. After listening to the boss all day, then she gotta come home and, you know, basically be emotionally bossed around by the family, because it's whatever the family feel about the mother is what the house is gonna look like when she come back, or how they gonna be acting or whatever. Like you all notice, like in sometimes, especially in the olden houses in the olden days, you know, the mother be getting on the kid. She already know, like, ooh, y'all getting too loud, shut up. But like, be quiet or whatever, like this. Your dad is in there asleep or something. But the dad is not necessarily the same thing. He could watch the kids, know that it's hard for you just in the mornings. You know what I'm saying? And the children, mommy, 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 jumping on, grabbing every child. One child then came. You try to sit back down for a minute, get a little bit more rest. Here come the next child. Here come 3 children. You know, and it's just like, oh my God, let me just get up. Fuck it. You know, so, you know what I'm saying? But the mom be like, shh, 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 don't go in there. Your dad is still asleep or something. You know, it's an instinctual thing. You know? So again, we got she. Somebody could be a she. She did. Rhode Island in reverse. So yeah, somebody did something here from a distance, or they could have put the hit out. This could be this 9419 is obsessed with one of her sires, somebody that they turned. She's obsessed with this person's wife. Could be me or somebody. Somebody's fucking obsessed. And if this person got sick and was somewhere, yeah, with the rectangle right here, okay, somebody is trying to put the second death or the hit on somebody, and then also so they can have something over the wife or the other person, and then put them in a grave. It's something weird like this. Like, a man didn't want to do this. They would not let it happen while they was. But as soon as this person died, somebody said, go over there and get that body, or get this thing, put it on fire and put it in the tomb, or put it in the casket or something like this. This person could even be like, ooh, when you done with her, I want that one. I want, like, talking about somebody like a dog is what I'm hearing. When they the dogs, when they the animals, they the raunchy people coming around here sleeping in corners outside the grocery store and stuff like this, with a mentality. Because you could be homeless and not be considered that. But I'm talking about, these are people that's paid to act like they homeless, to sit out there, to act like something, or they are like maybe homeless or something, but they also have an animalistic mind here. Okay? They can only be running in a pack. They don't care about nothing else. They only care about the animals that they in a pack with. So the animals is also in reverse. Not only the leader, but the animals are also in reverse. These could be roaming, or this could be what was going on with Moses and them in the wilderness for the 40 years that they was, you know, they was moving like that. Like, but it's 20, listen, even that many years ago, it was, let's just say it was 20 something years ago. We was in 1999. Like, what did you think was going to be going on in America, or what did you get the heads up on? Somebody got some old thinking. to go underground and find out how to do guerrilla warfare on your neighbors or something. Like, what? And like the way this is working, it's still not making no sense to me. And it's like we know about the problem, or we know about something in the future, but what you're doing is wasting so much. It's not really, even if this was that type of attack, that don't, who told you this shit under there? Who told you this in the background? Somebody that maybe didn't have no experiences in life, but you put them up on a pedestal. But I don't have, you looking at me saying I don't have the experiences. Oh, that person never traveled or something like this. Like, even if this is this Auntie Risa, she never married. I never seen her have a kid. She never left the house. She only just babysat for a living in her house. Everybody knows she just be sitting in her room or something. Me, you try to act like I've had experiences in the world. I've traveled. I've done things. You know, we're at a different, something about a different era here too. And the fact that I've had children, okay, allegedly this person didn't. You know, there's differences there. And it really doesn't matter because this person wasn't formulated or created to rule over nations. This could be somebody that learned the animal kingdom by watching a lot of animal shows and stuff like this and applying that also to the behaviors of individuals or people. And this person could have been running something on the lower realms, but that's where that stops. They're not built like me to run something from a higher level. You understand? So somebody thought that they were so smart or something. Just like, oh, just sit there and watch Animal Kingdom. Okay. You know, somebody's not that smart. Okay. So there could be a queen in hiding. Or they try to spin something to say who is the queen by hiding somebody off in a cut. They could be like also changing somebody's identity. I mean, changing their face or... Okay, me. Okay. They could be trying to make this person look like me or you. Like this is a silly plan. These are people that they just childish or something. They silly. They silly. It's a silly, silly nation. And I'm hearing like, even if it's like people like the tricksters and gestures and stuff like this, like Michael Jackson them in the underworld doing this shit. You or I am not a part of this, but that don't mean that these people haven't had you a part of something. These people have been pulling on somebody's energy or having you living in a dual realms or something like this. I don't want to, if you hear me talking like this and you got me in a dual realm down there or around there with you or something like this, don't it sound like I don't want to be a part of that, that God got me separated for a reason? And so you going to come and do something deceptive to get me in a situation or to a place where I would not like to be? You know, like, what is wrong with you? It's something wrong with these people. I don't know what it is, but, you know, it's something wrong here. All in all, to try to stop me just in case you can't beat me, you could ruin me, to take something that was made just and designated and designed just for me. What these is people that seen this energy or America not get what's worth to her and also still usher in or have support for all different nations and didn't discriminate when it come to food stamps and everything like this. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's necessarily me because I wouldn't have ran it like that. But whoever these people is that was in charge, don't you see now what they was doing? It just right smack in your face when people was getting them food stamps cards with $10,000 on it. They was going buying up rural land and rural area land and stocking up pantries with food and shit like this for whatever they think is coming here. And something is not good. Okay? Land Rover vehicles or lunar rover vehicle, a joyride, Apollo 15. Maybe somebody could have created a child with somebody at 15. These are also people like, oh, see, if you would have waited a little longer, you didn't say that, then you would get through. Ain't nothing I can say on this earth that's going to be wrong about me getting through higher and higher to the top, wherever I'm supposed to be going. Your rules don't make no sense. You know, these people mad because, oh, somebody, I could feel the people trying to push me to say something like, go, say this or whatever like this. Because they like, for sure, this is going to get this person in nothing that you going to do. Because this ain't got, your shit ain't got, I can expose what I want about you since you wanted to do espionage and spy on me. And you wanted to do identity fraud and all this other bullshit. I can say whatever I want to say. from the beginning to the end. So when Jesus was saying, I'll do as I please. You're not about to tell me nothing. The immunity is granted to me at birth and nobody can take it away. Not no foreigner, not no foreign Trump, none of this shit here. So, I don't know what somebody, once I know something, you going to have a hard time. I don't got to sit here and say this shit to you because you don't matter. You acting like you do, or you forming another criteria like you do, but you don't matter in this case of talking to me, of hunting me down, trying to find out who I am and where I am and what I'm doing and what's about me. You don't have no right. You done already seen my face, nigga. You ain't supposed to see that part of me, and so you dead already. You know what I'm saying? So some of these people don't even know that they dead. They thinking like, aha, I'm still living. Just like with Adam and Eve, she saw the fruit. She saw it was good. She saw 3 times, I think, before she ate that bitch. And then she was able to see. That's the 4th time. It said, oh, you're not going to die. One of the Bible say, you're not going to die that kind of death. Or you're not going to die. They ate it and they didn't die. They had to go to the lowest of the low and get out the garden. They didn't die. Or did they? Lest you die. Did they die? Eventually, I guess they did, but or did they? Something must have changed overnight. North Carolina, Louisiana Royals. We got Charlotte. Somebody's name could be Charlotte. This could be somebody's name, my name, your name in the past or something. Somebody like, oh, there's a clue. Let's go look for these offshore accounts or whatever and stuff like these secret accounts with that name on it. And when you touch it, you gonna die. Okay, they're gonna come find your ass. And yes, that's what's gonna happen. So we got Miss, or Nisha, Misha, Miss O.U. Ree. Somebody is in reverse here. This could be a forever younger with the Miss, M-I-S-S. All right, we got somebody that's a square. Okay, square. And then we have, can you believe it? Some of the earliest dinosaurs left footprints that look like human hands. True or false? This is making me think about the footprints or the footprints in the sand or bloody footprints or something. Mechanics. Robotics. Somebody's hand could be crushed. This also could be some type of lawsuit or some type of payment here. Because if somebody is the capital and Congress meets there, Congress must be able to see everything that I see. And so Congress ain't going to do their job? Oh. So, I don't know. If somebody's actually a square, this could be a problem. Because then somebody could maybe, not somebody, I can confiscate this. Somebody did something. They seen something here. The king don't want to let somebody out the fight, though. So this is why the blockage is coming in here. Okay. The fossils of Shanique. Okay. The fossils of yeah, that. And EU, the EU. Okay, so the EU, I think I seen that today in my mind's eye, and then 5 in the capital. So somebody could have just went and took a quick flight to go somewhere here. Show that these early dinosaurs had 4 fingers and a thumb on each appendage. Somebody's last name could be Graves. Tomika. I went to school with this person with this name here. I don't know. Maybe people are burying people saying that it's you or me, and it's somebody else here. You figured it out. Why did the dinosaurs... Well, I'm seeing the skull and crossbones and how the bones was on top of the skull. But it says you figured it out. Why did the dinosaurs become extinct? Somebody didn't figure it out. Oh, or maybe you did. Yeah, somebody's square. This could also be like Jinn energy or Jinn make you sin or street set, like people that like sip molly. Like there's something these people do to get into a transic state or something possibly here. Again, I don't know. Somebody could be buried here, but maybe it's not. I don't know. Louisiana is in reverse for something here. But... Or it's not Louisiana. It could just be Anna. One of them, at least. And also, we got the bone in reverse. Somebody could be wondering here, is it the bone actually, or was it the bells, or the gram? Bell gram, bell dam. Or these people are just saying, you didn't figure us out. You can't prove nothing. You know what I'm saying? You can't prove nothing. We'll see. But somebody don't need to. You know, we got people here that, you know, we can, maybe for the military, you know, they go into impoverished neighborhoods or, you know, schools. I'm pretty sure they look at the statistics for those schools and they know what schools they should plant themselves at. A lot of places had an increase on Latinos joining the military. I'm guessing in the past 20 to 30 years or something like this as well, and moving up the ranks. Whew. That's why I was saying about, it said why we had to think about. It was very easy. Mexicans really can't complain, and they speak a whole nother language. And out of all the people that had to go through something, see the natives and the other people, I don't think y'all caught this. It was so easy for Mexicans to come and integrate. Even still speaking, even refusing to learn English and shit like this. You know, most people are with Germans. You know, all these people, they by the time now we look back generations, you can't even tell. So they might still know how to speak in their native tongue, but mostly they speak English or something like this. But like somebody didn't see it. Somebody didn't see it, but I heard somebody put up a thing. Why Mexicans smell so good all the time? They smell so good. But we got all barren because these are bots or something. This is like iRobot or something like this. They were creating. These were created. God ain't in them, or nothing origin or authentic or something is in some of these people that we're talking about. This don't have to be every Mexican, but no, this is strategic. We talking. You have to understand where my mind goes over here. We talking warfare too. And if these people are sneaking in the border and killing off people and jumping on these bloodlines and on these family trees and stuff, why are they not getting in trouble? Why was they able to come to the border? I say a Porter. Somebody named Porter, Kim. It's something else here that's going on. Because obviously that's something that for centuries and generations, like, that is strange, right? I think maybe even people wash their clothes different or something like this. Because even sometimes you could smell the fabric softener coming. You know what I'm saying? But fabric softener. The fabrics of our life. A fabric softener. There could be something genetically. This could, with some of these individuals that could have started off with God in them, it could be something with genetics as well. Okay? Because it's not normal. The human being it's normal. It also made me make the assumption that these people could also be the handlers. It's something with Acapulco and these other places in Hollywood. There's some connection there. Okay? Um, Damn, I was just making the point about the second part. That was the best part. Oh, handlers, of them being handlers here. Um, when Joe Biden said that if black people don't get it straight, you're gonna be listening to Mexicans. You're gonna be under Mexicans or something like this. Somebody didn't, because he didn't say white people or just America in general. People was like, oh, well, that ain't nothing we gotta worry about. And then, like I told you, now it's gonna be something everybody had to worry about. Um, it doesn't make me not like anybody that's Mexican. It was a Mexican man that just tried to talk to me. You know, he was cutting the grass over there at the park, and he was like, "Oh, you sitting out here for a minute and everything like that." I don't treat people different because of who they are. Okay, I don't even look really. I look these days. I can't even really look at individuals alone. I gotta look at the individuals and then make an assessment about the whole something else. It's everything is tied in here. Okay, so that just made me think about that because the handler or on the strength card, that person got that wreath around their private part. Okay. Also, the man, remember I said there's a zero or a wreath around the man's private parts that was getting the 10 different, this could be in the past, roads to take to just go spread their seed or spread themselves. This could also, it looked like a man, but it could have been a woman with a vagina. Okay. They just made the person look like a man so that the person can't be called a whore. But a woman with a voluptuous body and breasts and stuff can't just keep her breast and keep looking like a woman and go out there. They was making some of these males, could even be entertainers or something like this. They were making them, I think, into men. They were conditioning them or whatever here, or cloning them, something strange. Because then you had to think about what was the whole reasoning of it. Rather they did it to the people, if they changed some of your girl cousin into boys eventually, whatever. Or if they genetically engineered these beings or this food for some. So, and a fragrant smell. Well, my person act like he don't like smells at all, perfume or nothing. Okay. So that could be a sign for, and some of these men might, it's the human nature, real animalistic nature is for a male to be, or a female to be turned on by hormones and pheromones and different things that are given off when people are exercising, when they are just living it up. These are natural receptors. They may not even be the best smelling thing. If a woman gets a little bit of fragrant from walking around, from sitting around, for whatever between her, that should not, as long as it's not nothing that's like, this is something that when you walk past a man or a group of men, they may even get aroused. You understand what I'm saying? So that's origins. This is how we got here from centuries and decades, when people was out there, when it was no running water, there was no electricity, supposedly. These particular things. When people was out there having to hunt down all their food all day long. Of course, different things was going into their body, but it make me kind of irritated when people try to act all scholarly and esoteric and say, yeah, because we used to put different things in our... It's some things you could probably still practice. Some things you just ain't, you're not going to be able to practice that no more. You just can't, or you ain't. Even if you eat all fruits, or this why I eat fruit, well, there's all GMO and all contaminated. So you're not doing anything different than me going to get the burger from McDonald's, actually, really. Instead of worrying about trying to make me feel bad about me eating this that all I can afford to eat. We're just using this as an scenario. Why is nobody saying, okay, let's go after this and try to make these rules or something like this, or not ban these foods or whatever this is? Also, when they say most of your food is banned in other countries, but other countries like Italy, I think they just made something illegal. Damn, what it was. I was like, oh, that sounds good or whatever. Damn, they did that and somebody else can't do that. But I'll have to go back and I put it up on my page, y'all. It'd be so much going, and I'm just one person, so like I said, if you think about it, okay, does it matter? I could get the fancy box program and have them send me all these fruits or something like this, these healthy things. Oh my God, this healthy fruit box. If it's all GMO, with the and then that's why I'm saying now we gotta now we gotta worry about people that want to contaminate our distribution centers. Okay, on top of that. Okay, the food is already GMO and probably making us sick, but then you got people that's sick enough to go contaminate water supplies or to try to take these. I'm seeing that card from. Let's get that deck out because I haven't used it in a minute. With the Emperor here, okay. Okay. Because he has all those. The Emperor in this deck has all the companies on him. He's made up of companies. Oh my goodness, y'all! You know I can't use my left hand that much. Hold on. Oh, would somebody do something like try to give you a hand transplant to change your fingerprints to make you accessory to a crime or something? Like, this is how far somebody is going, man. This is how far somebody is going, y'all. And these people so childish, they sit there and say, if the person figure it out, then we can't do nothing about it or something. If you got to go to that, stop that shit. Because it's not professional. If that's where you got to go, it's unprofessional to do something to somebody. Stop it. Somebody could be heartbroken. They may have to punish their child or something here. Or somebody trying to punish yours. You have all of those different companies that make up the Emperor. This is the brands and things I feel that was left for me or has stakes in them. And these people hide it. So I can't. I feel like people knew that whatever I am, I'm supposed to wake up late. And they just wanted to have everything gone to disperse. And somebody's like, well, those is growing pains or something like this. And I'm thinking there is no such thing as that. Everybody's getting back everything tenfold that you tried to give to me. There's no such thing as this. This is just, it's just no such thing. So that's what I heard. Okay. So we got death. I'm telling you, something is coming to an end here. Also, somebody's like the end with squares or something, but no, not really. Okay, they could be trying to put an end to someone saying that you a square. Okay, and the fossil here, something is being shown that it's not something. Somebody else's clothes was being used. I don't know what this is here. Because it's the same pit or the same box these people wanted to put this person in. This what they going. This is something about a sense of purity here. That you calling it that because you got fooled by the devil. And we already know that many are chosen. Many are called, but only few are chosen. Somebody trying to make something some other kind of way. Yeah. The Empress. What else is the... You know, you get what I'm saying? Yeah, it's true. Judgment. Somebody found out something here. About something in the past. You ate a jelly donut. Wait, that wasn't jelly. It was mold. Somebody tried to poison somebody in the earlier times here. Yeah, this is who the heartbreak could be going to. My Sherry Amore. We also got Parker. Somebody's name could be Parker. Miss Parker or Sean Parker. Somebody's name is Parker. Hold on one second, y'all. My fault. Maybe we could get in the groove of things when I get